So hi everybody, I hope you're having a good day. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Peter Sommer. I'm the Chief Operations Officer for BITmarkets, the crypto exchange trading platform. Today I'll be speaking about the digital finance and tokenization and its importance for the future development of the digital money. So this is the agenda. We'll be talking about a little about the blockchain, tokenization and its benefits, then about its future, and we will finish it up with the most innovative crypto projects and crypto exchange itself. Just allow me to put a little disclaimer here. So anything in this presentation is not considered to be an investment advice. Just leave a little more time for you to read it if necessary, and here we go. So the blockchain, this presentation will be more educational for you to know. So don't expect maybe some indicators on some type of stuff, how to trade and so on. Just wanted to let you know that, highlight the importance and its meaning in the world when it comes to the blockchain and crypto. So the blockchain is basically constituting of these 5 elements, which is distribution, encryption, immutability, decentralization, and tokenization. How does the blockchain work? This is a simple diagram of the transaction that is happening on the blockchain. So you can see that the transaction is first requested and authenticated. It's being requested by you. And after that, a block representing the transaction is created, which afterwards is sent to every node or the computer that is participating in the blockchain network. And the nodes validate the transaction itself. After that, they receive a reward for proof of work, typically in cryptocurrency, so these we call crypto miners. Also then, the block is added to the existing blockchain, so it's being connected, and the update is distributed across the whole network when the transaction is complete. This is just a little timeline for the blockchain. So we could already see in 2010 and 2020, we could experience the blockchain-inspired solution, which I will tell you more about in the next slides. In 2020, upon 2030, we will see blockchain complete solutions, and then from 2030 onwards, the enhanced blockchain solutions. So let's start with the blockchain-inspired solutions, which are basically constituted from 3 elements, those elements that we talked about in the first slide. So they are being utilized right now and accepted nowadays. We have the use case from Maersk, which is a global logistics company that launched a blockchain-inspired solution called TradeLens for managing documentation flows in its supply chain. So here's the example that the blockchain is not utilized only in the cryptocurrency transactions, but it can be also utilized for data management and other huge logistics centers. Then we have blockchain complete solutions, where the use case is UEFA, the Football Association. UEFA uses apps that are connected to blockchain to sell the tickets. Sale of tickets is then properly recorded with markup limits on the ticket prices. The reason for that, why UEFA is using blockchain, is because those tickets are being not illegally, but misused by other sellers. For example, you buy the ticket and want to sell it for a better price on, let's say, black market or market that is not, covered by the UEFA. So for them to track those transactions and those tickets, they use the blockchain optimized and complete solution that can actually see how many tickets are sold that way and how many tickets are sold this way, so they can optimize it in the future and avoid any misused sale of tickets. When it comes to enhanced blockchain solutions, which is the topic for the future, we can see that there is artificial intelligence added as a new factor for the blockchain. So now they are merely being utilized and are not accepted yet. The use case for this could be the organizations that will be able to delegate decision-making to others, which would act independently and according to the terms defined in a smart contract. It could be a little bit hard to understand, but it actually means that if you want to code something on a blockchain and you want to optimize it when it comes to its automation, then you will use artificial intelligence to do so and create some type of DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, which you could probably also heard about if you have some blockchain or cryptocurrencies fans here. So let's move on to the second part of this presentation, which is tokenization. We have 4 types of tokens that we are identifying. Those are fiat tokens, process tokens, complementary tokens, and cryptocurrencies themselves. Okay, so we are not talking about tokens in crypto, but this is also a definition for other use of money. When it comes to its nature, we have the fungible and non-fungible tokens. So when it comes to the fungible tokens, each unit of this asset has the same market value. So fungible token can be, for example, a Bitcoin. Okay, it has the same market value. But when it comes to the non-fungible token, they can be replaced as each unit of asset has unique value, and those are the NFTs, right? So basically, NFTs are based on its value or scarcity when there is only one piece of it, and it has this value for only one piece. The forms of crypto tokens, we can form them in security tokens, which are now already being regulated throughout the whole world. So those can be shared in a company, bonds, and rates. When you are trading security tokens, for example, for stocks in a company, you are still receiving the right to receive the dividends, the right to participate in the company annual meeting. So it's basically the same thing, but the difference is that it's happening in a blockchain. When it comes to utility tokens, those are the platform enhancements, governance voting, transactional tokens. For example, right now we are working on launching the utility token of ours, and it will be having many enhancements when it comes, or features when it comes to the platform enhancements, transactional lower cost. So this is when it comes to the utility and its use within some organization or company. And then there is a currency or commodity tokens, which are asset-backed tokens for trading and spending. Those can be also stable coins. For example, USDT is backed by the US dollar. Tokenization, and how does the tokenization work? So we already explained that blockchain works in a way that it's transferring the transaction itself through the whole network. And when it comes to the tokenization, you can see that you can actually tokenize anything in the world. So, for example, a property, you will have an ownership certificate for you from the property, like a title deed, for example. And you can tokenize this property through some web or app platform, or some platform that use for tokenization purposes. Once this is tokenized on this platform, this asset or this ownership certificate is being uploaded on the blockchain, and it becomes asset-backed, fungible or non-fungible tokens based on the form of it. So this is how you can tokenize it. Right after it's being uploaded on the blockchain, you can do anything with it. You can transfer it to other wallet, you can sell it on the exchange, anything, right? So by this, you can create the liquidity for your house. For example, if you want to sell your house to a much broader audience, create more liquidity for it, you can tokenize it, and you can sell it to some Chinese, interested guy that would be interested in your house, and you can sell it in multiple pieces. It doesn't have to be one piece. It depends if it's fungible or non-fungible. Oops, go back. So this is the example that I just talked about, right? So here we have the fungible token. So your house is worth $250,000, updated on the blockchain through the tokenization process, and then the one token will be worth, for example, $25 until you will sold all your tokens, which you will reach to $250,000. So what are the benefits of tokenization? I already mentioned some of them. For example, more liquidity. There is also a faster and cheaper transactions, transparent process, broader market access, its security, and reduced management costs. Further, when it comes to the benefits, we can talk about its more valuable use. So it's not only about the selling your house, it's not only about accessing the broader market or getting deeper liquidity. It's also about the reliable and faster data sharing, opportunities for emerging markets, less bureaucracy, and simple registration process. So for example, here we have a little bit of picture for how actually hospitals are working with blockchain solutions and tokenizations right now, and connecting their data through tokens from, for example, India to United States, right? So these data is being shared transactionally efficient, like cheaper, and fast. So for example, if India needs some information on some patient treatments that are not accessible in India and its country itself, so they need this information from other countries to supply it from some, other doctors. They can use this interoperability solution for getting this data as soon as possible for its patient treatments, which can help a lot of people in their life. What would be the future of tokenization? So we could see definitely the advantages of decentralization, basically no middleman between you and the blockchain itself. You will be the one operating your transactions. Addition of artificial intelligence, which we already mentioned. And there is a huge potential for connection of traditional and decentralized finance, where we also can see that there is a high, maybe not high, but a little potential for the opportunity that there might be no more stock exchanges like we know them right now. Because all of these, what is happening in the stock exchanges, the sale of stocks, the listing of company stocks can be happening on the blockchain, much cheaper, much efficient, and faster, and with a transparent process, so you would exactly know what was the process of listing this stock. Of course, there will be concerns when it comes to this disruptive technology. For example, it has a short period of existence. There is a huge problem with lasting with regulations, but I think that the regulatory authorities are trying to be more and more flexible in cryptocurrencies and its regulation. Also, lack of education and slow financial market infrastructure. So if these main concerns could be overcome with the period of some time and with much more contribution from authorities, I think that we can see much faster integration within the society. And for example, these are the cryptocurrencies that to me are the most innovative. Again, I need to highlight that this is not the financial advice, okay? Just providing you information about them. So for example, Cosmos or Tezos is actually the cryptocurrency focusing on the connection of traditional and decentralized finance. You have Polkadot, where the project is trying to connect all the blockchains together, because there are multiple blockchains right now, and Polkadot is trying to connect them all at once for better transaction velocity. And there is Cardano or Solana, which are the biggest competitors to Ethereum. Then we have Ethereum itself, huge network when you can create the tokens of your choice. Chainlink and Ripple or XRP that is focusing on the cross-border transactions. Lastly, let me speak about the crypto exchange itself and BITmarkets. BITmarkets focuses on the best transaction and best efficiency when it comes to the processing the trades. We are trying to provide the deepest liquidity as possible with a lot of liquidity providers. We are trying to offer fair pricing, which comes from the deeper liquidity, of course, and offer larger variety of pairs. So basically, not only you can trade few currencies, you can trade more than 120 currencies on the BITmarkets with many of features, like for example, multi-asset margin and settlement. Right, that's it. So thank you for your attention. It was me, Peter, for BITmarkets. Thanks.